So hello. Welcome to a very exciting set of videos here from one of the best events in the world for Warhammer and several other different game systems. It's Adepticon 2014, and I can't quite believe that it's actually been a year since we were here last time and loved it so much. So, I've got my badge. I've got my Adepticon backpack, which is full of goodies. I'll show you those later. But these are pretty cool. I mean, actually, just check these out. Nice branded Adepticon. What we're going to do is we are going to have a walk around this amazing venue, which is the Westin Lombard Hotel, just on the outskirts of Chicago. And we're going to talk to some of the tournament organisers, we're going to talk to some of the players, we're going to have a look at some of the games as well, so you can get the best ringside seat of Adepticon 2014 from your sofa, from your computer, or you could be just reliving the magic of this year. But anyway, come with me and we'll have a look. Are you alright?
Adepticon is a wargaming convention in Chicago, obviously, where people come from all across the country, and it's focused on mini wargaming. So it's a convention, but it doesn't really have all the other things you're going to see there. It's just focused on models, miniatures, and if it's a good miniature game, it's going to be here.
Adepticon it's a gathering of about 2,000 to 3,000 people all under one roof here at the Westin Lombard Inn. We focus mainly on GW games, but there's all sorts of different events that go on. And more than that, it's a community building experience. It literally is getting together with everybody that you've seen over the course of your entire career when playing the miniature wargaming hobby and reminiscing year after year after year as almost like a boys club to get back, and a girls club, right, to get back together.
Adepticon is a miniature wargaming event that has grown from about 80 people to close to 2,000, probably a little over 2,000 at this point. We pretty much try to feature anything that has a model or involves the hobby aspect of miniature wargaming, painting, modeling, you name it. So, tournaments, hobby seminars, demos, new games, try to just cover it all.
The way I look at it is it's the biggest convention that we have over here in the States for tabletop miniature wargaming, and obviously fantasy is one of the biggest parts of it. For me personally, it's just a chance to see all of the people that I don't get to see but once a year at Adepticon in the biggest stage possible.
Adepticon is a 4-day miniature wargaming convention where we play all kinds of games. We play Warhammer, we play 40K, we play Malifaux. There's people playing Rivet Wars, Zombicide, everything each way up to, there's Ancients going on, Lord of the Rings is being played. I mean, there's so many, Wrath of Kings is being played in the other room. There's so many different games being played, I can't even keep track.
Adepticon is basically a giant miniatures wargaming convention. If I'm selling it to lay people, I tell them it's a bunch of grown men playing with toy soldiers.
The secret of the success of Adepticon is the atmosphere it promotes. The atmosphere is very much welcoming. When you walk in, you feel like you're at home.
We've put every one of these folks that are out here first every year, and we really try to make it the best experience we can for them. And they go and tell other people, and they bring more people back. And it's happened every year we've done it.
Our secret to success, I believe, over the years has been like a sustained growth model, where we didn't try to go from 80 to 800 overnight. We went, a couple hundred every year until we got to the point where You know, the demand was far exceeding out what we could actually offer.
I think Adepticon's popular just based on the atmosphere. Because you can play a lot of these games at all the conventions across the country, but there's something about the energy here, something about the camaraderie, the people you see here. It's just there's just a really good energy in the hall, and everybody has a really good time.
Several years we ran nothing but Games Workshop events, dabbled in specialist games a little bit or whatever, but we had a big change several years back where we brought in events like Flames of War and War Machine, and then another sort of set of round of changes where we brought in almost the board game oriented stuff that like say Cool Mini or Not's producing, or we're really starting to engage small publishers like Wreckage, or getting Infinity and Malifaux involved and stuff like that. Small avenues of growth, and that's where we grow mostly these days. 40K and our fantasy events have sort of gotten so big that we kind of can't grow them because they're just not manageable anymore. So we get a lot of our growth out of smaller or up and coming events or game systems and companies.
I think you should come for the social experience. You will meet people here that you may not meet anywhere else. I actually met Gareth and Mark here, met Ben Curry here, met Dan Heelan this year here. People I know from Twitter. I've made Marty Gasca, one of my greatest friends in the world. I met by coming to Adepticon, and literally, and that's true of all the fantasy events, but this one, because it's so big, it brings everybody together. So you may go to an event and you may see half of the people you know and want to see, but typically everybody tends to come to Adepticon.
People come here, bar none. I'm not saying best competition, but the best people, and that to me is much more important.
I'm looking most forward to getting to hang out with people like yourself, Gareth, who I get to see once a year, right? So many people here come from all over the world, and that really is what the focus is.
Sign up early. To be honest, a lot of the events sell out very, very quickly, especially the flagship events. So ask questions, email us if you have questions, get to the point where you're comfortable, ask somebody who's been, but when you see the cart opening, be ready, because it goes quick.
If you want to come to Adepticon, just make sure you do it. Register, get in some events. Even if you just show up and you can't get in, there's plenty of pickup events. There's open gaming now. You'll really, really enjoy it. I mean, it's something that I recommend everybody do at least once.